Okay. So again, I repeat, what is the meaning of unit commitment? Okay. Based on the load, okay, load requirement, we have started a generating unit which have a minimum cost. Okay. And that will be decided by this formula. This is called exact coordination equation. Okay. So we have to solve this exact coordination equation, and solving this exact coordination equation for any power system is a time consuming and difficult task. So improving this strategy, we have to use dynamic programming. So what we did in dynamic programming, first we have to formulate the function. Okay. So for solving dynamic programming, here let us start a 2 unit. Okay. And the most economical unit is determined for all the discrete load level. Okay. So I'm also assuming there is a discrete load level. Okay. Load will be discrete in steps like 1 megawatt. Okay. So how do I solve? Okay. This problem use discrete steps. Okay. And this use load cycle. Okay. Unit commitment, if you solve, it will take load cycle. Suppose this is a load cycle. Okay. For this unit commitment will give solution in one load cycle. Okay. But if there is a steps, okay, in between these 2 points, suppose this is a 1 point and 2 point, and between these points, if power will change somewhere, then this unit commitment problem will not give a converged solution, okay, or true solution. So overcome this issue, we have to use this dynamic programming, which use number of time steps. Okay, suppose 1 and 2. Okay, it will use number of discrete time steps. Okay, suppose I will divide this 1 to 2 in 10 steps. Okay, then it will take 10 steps, 1 2 3. Okay, so this is 0.1. Okay, there 0.2, like that, up to 10 steps. Okay, so each step have a uniform distance. Okay, in our case, this problem which I am considering, I am assuming one discrete time step have a value of 1 megawatt. Okay, let us consider. Okay, so to formulate dynamic programming, let us consider a function. Okay, which describe the cost of the unit. Okay, so let us cost function. Okay, let cost function is f and x. Okay, this is a just representation. Let us define a cost function f and x. Can be defined as f and x is the minimum cost in rupees per hour of generating this is what function of x. So x megawatt by n generating unit by n unit, n number unit. Okay, suppose n is 5, then 50 unit. How much power minimum cost for generating x power by 50 unit? Okay, so this is the unit number. Okay, nth unit. Similarly, we have defined another function, that is f, small f, for same unit, okay, which generate power by, okay. So cost of generating by megawatt by the nth unit. So this is what? This is cost of generating by megawatt by the nth unit, okay, or nth unit, okay, units, you write unit, okay, nth unit, okay. Now we have to see this f function, okay, n minus 1, okay. Before this unit we have a n minus 1 unit, okay. You know the generators are connected 1 to n, okay. So before this we have a n minus 1th unit, okay. So how much power it will have? So this is what x is the nth unit and previous unit x minus, this is arbitrary power, okay. So x minus by, okay, this is nth unit power and this is arbitrary power, okay. This is a fixed power, minimum power, okay. This is arbitrary, so I am subtracting this, okay. Then I am getting previous unit power, okay. So this is the minimum cost of generating x minus by megawatt by the remaining n minus 1 units, okay, by the remaining n minus 1 units. I thought it is feasible. Okay. Now apply the dynamic programming, okay. What dynamic algorithm says, okay. So now apply dynamic programming, okay, which results a recursive relation, okay. If we apply dynamic programming, it results, dynamic programming results recursive function, okay. So what is that function? This function is nothing but f n x is the minimum, since this is a variable, power is by, so we have to minimize by, okay, by megawatt over variable function plus this function plus this function f okay. So we have to minimize this function, okay. By minimizing this function, this relation, okay, this is recursive relation. By using this recursive relation, we can easily determine the combination of units which are yielding minimum operating cost for load ranging in convenient steps from the minimum permissible load of the smallest unit to the sum sum of the capacities of all available units. So in this process, total minimum operating cost and the load shared by each unit of the optimal combination are automatically determined for each load level. Okay. The use of dynamic programming for solving the unit commitment problem is best illustrated by means of example. Consider a system having 4 thermal units with their parameters are listed as. So I am considering 4 thermal unit. To illustrate this, how it will minimize this function x. So let us consider 4 generating units. So this is an example. For generating units I am considering, and there is a certain load demand. Okay, let us load demand is 9 megawatt. Okay, which need to satisfy 9 megawatt load. Okay, for satisfying 9 megawatt load, we have a 4 number of generating unit. Okay, so first, second, third, fourth. Okay, and their minimum and maximum capacity is given. Okay, capacity minimum capacity minimum maximum. Okay, this is given. Then cost curve is also given. Okay, so in cost curve it is given constant A and B. Okay. So this is in rupees per megawatt square and B is rupees per megawatt. Okay. So this is given rupees per megawatt square and this is rupees per megawatt. Okay. So what are the values? So value is given 1 1 1 1 1 1. This is a minimum and maximum is 12. Okay. 12 megawatt, 12, 12, 12. Okay. And these constants are given 0.77 and 1.60 second, and third is given 2.0, 2.50. This is a value given of constant A, and constant B is given 23.5. Okay, and second is given 26.5 and 32.0. Okay, so this is the given data. Okay, now you have to satisfy 9 megawatt by using these 4 units. Okay, and since this is given function, okay, so what is the cost function? Okay, we can identify simply by unit. Okay, so cost function is what? A times P square plus B times P. Okay, because each unit is rupee per megawatt. Okay, so this is a rupee. Okay, if you multiply by megawatt, then this is rupee. If you multiply by megawatt square, then this is rupee. So this is in rupee. Okay, so we are getting cost. Okay, directly. So this is what cost function. Cost function is this f. A plus f equal to a plus p square, a p square plus bp. Okay. So by this function we can find the cost. Okay, and we have to minimize this cost. Okay. In such a manner we have to operate these units Okay, there are 4 number of generators which need to satisfy 9 megawatt load. Okay, so you have to note this table. Okay, this is the given data. Okay. Now what we did, we have to use dynamic programming to operate or to start optimal units. So we have a 4 units. Okay, unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4. Okay, and there is a 9 megawatt. Okay, and minimum maximum cost is given 1 and 12. Okay, so which unit we have to start? Which have a minimum cost. Okay, so one way is solving my unit commitment problem. For that, we have to solve exact coordination equation, and second way is using dynamic program. Okay, so initially, if I assuming function f 1x, okay, so x megawatt, if suppose first unit generated, and I'm assuming this is the minimum cost. Okay, minimum generated by first megawatt. So what is the minimum? We have to satisfy 9 megawatt. Okay, so demanded power is 9 megawatt. So what is F1? F x we know this is what? AP plus BP. AP square plus BP. Okay, and P is 9. Okay, so what is F9? In first case, A is given, value of A is given for unit number 1, that is 0.77, right? So this is a 1 by 2 is also there, which is one factor. Okay, just for correct fitting. Okay, so 1 by 2, A is given 0.77 and 2, P is given, that is 9, plus B is also given. What is the value of B for first case? 23.5 into 9. Okay. If you calculate it, you will get 242.685 rupees, okay, per hour. Okay, so this is the cost rupees per hour. Okay, in first case. Okay, now similarly we have to find for, this is for generator number 1, F1. Okay, similarly you have to find for generator number 2, generator number 3, generator number 4. So you have to find for all generators. Similarly you have to find F2 9. So this is the function, general function 1 by 2. Put A in case of generating unit 2. Okay, so A in case of generating unit 2 is what given? A is given 1.6. Okay, so we are putting 1.6. Then this is a 9 square plus B is given 26.5. Then 9. Then you have to compute what is the value. Okay, that is rupees per hour. Similarly for other cases. Okay, then you have to find minimum of. Okay, so I am again writing it. Okay, after calculating all the computation, okay, I have to find F2 9 is nothing but minimum of F2 0. F2 0, unit number 2, initial cost. Okay, this is initial cost plus first unit cost to satisfy this demand. Okay, so this is the first case. Similarly, we have to find F2 1. Okay, minimum cost 1 plus F1 8. Okay. Similarly for other, okay, F2, then F2 2 plus F1 7. Okay. So in that way, if you are finding last one, then this is F2 9. You increase here 1 and decrease here 1. Okay. Then this is F1 what 0. Okay. So in that way, you are getting certain numbers and find the minimum number from these. Okay, that is F to 9. Okay, similarly for case number 2. Okay, using this F to 9, if you are finding F to 9, okay, you are getting some minimum number. Okay, so which one is minimum number? Okay. After calculating, if you are finding minimum number, then you will get F2 2 plus F7. This is the minimum number. Okay, if you are computing, then this one you are getting minimum number, and this comes to be 230.239 point some value. Okay. That is 56 rupees per hour. Okay, so if you will compute, then you are getting this one. Similarly, you have to process this for other generating units. Okay, you have to compute for F2. Okay, this is F1. Okay, similarly F2 8. Okay, so you have to minimize other units. Okay. This is F2 9. Similarly F2 8. Okay, so F2 8 is what? How do I get F2 8? Same way. Okay, this is 9. Then this is F2 8 1 7. Okay, similarly, because you can see here, these are all number. If you are adding their bracket number, that is always 9. If you are getting finding F2 8, then this it should be 8. Okay, so if you are placing here 1 0 here, then you are placing here F8. Okay, if you are placing 1 here, you place here F7. Okay, similarly you generate all the combinations. Okay, so if you are doing F2 0 plus F2 8, okay, you are getting F2 8. Okay, then other combination, here you are getting F2 8 plus F2 0. Okay, these are the fixed cost. Okay, which we have already computed, okay, from the table. By this way, you have to compute F2 7 now, then F2 7, okay, up to F2 0. After computing these all values, you have to compute again this process, same process for F3, F3 9, F3 8, F3 7. Okay, then you have to compute for F4. Okay, so if you are computing all the 4 combinations, okay, all the 4 generators, these 9 combinations, then if you are finding in each case, then you notice that unit number 2 and first will give you minimum operating cost. Okay, so in that way we have to optimize the operation of generating units. Okay, so in that way we have to solve the problems of power system using dynamic programming. Okay, by using recursive formula. Okay, Such type of formula is easy, okay, to solve using computer. Okay, if you are multiplying or addition is easy as compared to multiplication and division. Okay, so in that way we have performed minimum operating cost of this generating unit is 239.565 rupees per hour. Okay, and if you want to increase accuracy of this system, okay, here I am considering interval. You can see here there is difference of 1. Okay, so this method is less accurate. If you want to increase more accurate solution, then you have to decrease the step size. Okay, I am here taking 9, then 8. You may consider half step. In between, you have to consider another 8.5. Okay, if you are computing F2 8.5. Okay, not this one. Okay. So 8.5, then your solution will become more accurate. Okay, but number of step increases. Okay, so computational burden increases. Okay, so if you are making a smaller time step, then number of step increases, number of computation increases, but accuracy of solution will increase. Okay, so this is the procedure of dynamic computation or dynamic programming. Okay, any question?